perfect, but hey, like I said, it's way better than it ever was. It never will be again. Alright, now that, I think, is all the paint work I'm going to do until we figure out this hatch. Hopefully I can find a red one, but next on the list is getting all of this stuff out and then getting the rest of the interior out. So I'm going to put you on a stand, and I think you'll fast forward through this real quick. We'll see how long it takes me. I might not get it all even out tonight, but we'll see. You never know. We're back out on the Durango today, and we left off with one more seat to get out. I don't know if you'll see it in the clip, but this whole bolt was the clip-in nut that's in that panel. That's that snapped off, so I had to kind of bend the whole thing out of there. So we'll have to look at that when we get the rest of the thing apart. But yeah, we got one more seat to get out. Hopefully these two bolts come out. We won't have any troubles. The back one should come out no problem. But I'll take those out, and then we gotta start working on the trim panels and stuff. But I figure while you're here, you might as well do a cold start. I had it running the other day, but nice. Very good. So I'm gonna probably put you on the stand here, and I'll let you see this. Probably in fast forward. All right, look at that. All the seats are out. Next on the list, I think, is going to be driver or passenger and driver seat belt and the B-pillar trim. And then after, I think this will come out first, and then the B-pillar trim, and then the back trim on both sides, which we'll have to take both seat belts out because the D or C and D pillar has got to come off before the lower trim could come out on both sides. So I will find somewhere to set you. Probably keep you here and do this side first. Clear some stuff out of the way here, and we'll go from there. Look at that. Oh, it's eviction day, guys. Holy crap. Oh boy. Okay, this might be gross for some people, so skip now. But that isn't a mouse. That looks like a baby ferret or something, doesn't it? That don't look like no mouse. New day. Same Durango. We're getting pretty close here. I just finished getting the driver B-pillar trim off, and really, carpet's ready to come out. But I got sidetracked here before taking the carpet out because I pulled the hatch open. I got everything disconnected up here, guys. And you know what that means? It means I found a hatch finally. But to take your hatch off, you gotta have these off. We already had these off, because to even get this hatch to open up, these are seized. We were able to pry it open just a little bit to get in there to unbolt these. So got those are already done, out of the way. But then you got to get your wiper guy off, and to do that, you use this plug first, pull him out, and then it unlatches, and then you can get a screwdriver up here, and you see that hole right there? That's where the wiper nozzle goes. You pop the clip in and push him up, and then he comes off of the hose. So now it's disconnected. Now you got your wire undone here, so you got to undo the grommet here and pull the wire through. Same thing on this side. Be careful, this plastic's brittle. I broke that clip. It's going to stay like that. And that's all your connections up here and here, and that's all that leaves is your two hinge bolts right there. And right now I've got this being held up here. Once I get this off, I'll have to salvage this harness because I didn't take the harness from the junkyard because that costs money. So, but we'll get this hatch off, and here, I'll show you the new one. I actually just picked this up yesterday. It's the back of the truck. That ain't perfect, and it's the wrong color, and I got a lot of, not a lot, but I got two stickers here to get off of the window. It's a number 8 and then a number 88, so they were a Dale Earnhardt fan. I think that was red at one point. It's supposed to be anyway. But the lip is nice. Look at that. No rust on that lip. The only bit of rust is up top right there above my finger. And you're going to live with that. So obviously it's the wrong color. That's fine. We're going to paint it red. And this handle is broke. So there was a dent here. I don't know if it happened coming into the yard or what, but somebody hit this handle just right, blew the handle inside of it. I was able to pull the dent out, no problem. It didn't leave any like bend marks or anything. I gotta mess with this just a little bit, kind of pull this little chunk back out and push this flush. And then probably put a little bit of fiberglass over this hole and then skim coat this. But I got a new handle for it too. I pulled off a different Durango. I think my handle would have been fine, but I pulled the handle and the lock off a different Durango, so I got everything I need to have a functioning handle. And obviously there's no other dents in it. It's got a scratch here. I did that, believe it or not. My what was I doing? I was taking this off, and it's whatever I must have been prying on it or something to get the wiper off while hitting it, and it slipped and scratched it. I think scratched it coming down. But that's fine. It's getting repainted, so we're going to sand it down anyway. And then we'll try to see what that rust looks like under there, because it's going to get sanded on anyway. I'll kind of get under there and see how that looks. And then we'll, these Dodge emblems are junk, but I'll have to look at what mine look like. And we'll take the best lettering out of each one, between the two sets, and put them on. But we'll take that lettering off before we paint it. But I'm gonna put this on the vehicle and paint it while it's on the vehicle. Probably back it into a shed and turn on like the Mr. Heater one day and just go to town on it. So I think we gotta get this out too. It's from Albert Lee, Crossroads Motors. But yeah, glass is in good shape. I mean, what else can you say? It's got a ding here and a scratch there that's kind of embedded, so we'll skim coat over that too. It might make it look halfway decent. But there's the rust I'm talking about on this lip. It's not that bad. Frankly, it's $1 million better than the other one. Those are the hood struts. There's shocks that came with it, not hood struts, but hatch struts. They're not the strongest anymore, but they work and they're not seized up. So those are the ones we're going to put on it, and I think that's how it's going to sit. At least it doesn't require your full force to lift the tailgate. So yeah, that's what we got. But wait for some help to arrive to put the new one on. I took it off by myself. I ain't putting the new one on by myself. So in the meantime, I gotta clean up all my junk here, get my tools out of here, and then the carpet's ready to come out. So I don't know. It's gotta get. I'm gonna take the shop vac to it probably. See how it cleans up there, and then it's technically above freezing. So it would really make my life easier if I could take the pressure washer to it just once and get as much of the deep stains and urine out of it. But we'll see if the hose has got ice in it or not. It's like 40 degrees right now. So it's supposed to be 40s and 50s, I think, next week too, and we're getting pretty close to Christmas. In fact, it rained all day. It's Sunday now. It rained all day Friday and Saturday, and the grass is kind of green again. Hopefully those trees don't start budding. Last year we have a lilac bush, and it actually sprouted a bunch of leaves last year when we had this. It got cold and then it warmed back up before it got cold again. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna get all my stuff out of here. Well, the carpet's out. Floors are solid. Yay. The only thing I noticed so far is this creasing here on the passenger side. What do you suppose that is? I mean, it's rotten here, rusty, but I don't quite know what would have caused the floor to crease like that. Interesting. That's weird. I mean, I don't care. It's not going to bother me none. But it's weird that it's there like that. I don't see any creasing anywhere else. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to take the vacuum to this, get the rest of this miscellaneous crap out, and then I think we're going to drop the headliner. I know the mice have gotten up there, so I want to, if there's any mice and nests up there, I'd like to delete them. But no, floor looks solid. I don't have to do any floor work in here. The only rust spots are down in the corners here. What I might do is cut up a license plate and jam one on each side into the corner there, just to seal her up a little bit. But that doesn't bother me none. Lots of mice in here, but I don't see any damage to the wiring at all. We'll see when we get above the headliner, but I mean, all the dome lights work, so I would think that we're good, but we'll see. You never know. And then I think I'm gonna get a tarp out and see, it's this foam stuff, but it doesn't have the plastic over top of the phone that Jeep I did. Not that, I don't know, I don't think that have been out yet. There's another restoration on a Jeep, and it's of the same era. Yeah. That guy got lost in the carpet. That's funny. And the Jeep had a plastic wrap on top of this foam here, so I couldn't suck the water out of the foam properly. This I'll be able to soak with a pressure washer and then come back with my vac and suck the water out of the foam. Helps it dry a lot quicker that way. And also get some of this grime that's soaked into the foam out, because I'll just pressure wash the foam too. So that's a good thing that they don't have that on here, because that made it significantly hard. I had to peel the foam back or the plastic back where I could, so I could suck as much water out. So, and the hose doesn't have ice in it, so we're gonna run the pressure washer today. I mean, it's like 40 degrees, but it's gonna make my life easier. calling it quits there. I'm cold and wet. And it ain't gonna get much better without significantly more input. This is about as good as I can do. But it's not bad. Obviously it's stained and stuff, but that's years of use. And honestly, all of this covered up. Floor mat, seat, floor mat, seat. I think that's technically shown. But yeah, looks pretty good. It's gray again. I gotta back the floor mat still, but that's been drying over there. What I'm gonna have to do is, now that I've got it sucked up enough where I could probably pick it up, I'm gonna bring it inside and I'm gonna set up the Mr. Heater and just blow into it and have it elevated. That should accelerate the drying. So yeah, I'm gonna vac these off camera, get all that set up, and then I think I still gotta drop the headliner, but we'll find me a dry pair of shoes and see how I feel it first. Well, that's a little different. Gaps look pretty good. Across the top is even. Gaps look good on this side. Sits okay on the bottom. It's only up here because the top plastic part of the bumper is detached from the bottom. Probably when they got nailed here. So I put 4 self-tappers in it to get it close. I still got to put the handle and everything in here and make this better, but it does latch, and from the inside I can pop the lock no problem. So that's a win, and it's not rusty. The latch works, the shocks work. That's what we were going for, and that's a win. So now I got the old hatch inside, and I'm going to strip the wire harness and the wiper blade off and all that stuff so I can transplant it onto this. But yeah, I had Dad and his friend hold it up while I lined it up, and I think we did an okay job, to be honest. Alright guys, here's my half-assed it's 40 degrees paint job with a couple of rattle cans. It's got paint runs, it's too thin, the Bondo's not sanded properly, there was a rust spot, and did I say the paint was too thin? Yeah, it looks okay. It's not bad, it's not great. The rest of the vehicle is trashed, so this is perfect. I wish I'd gotten a second can of the red. I knew better. I had just enough to get coverage, and there's a couple of spots where it's too thin. And also, I'd like to have opened it up and hit the insides of the seams, but it is what it is. This is my one day to do it, so I did it. And that's what we're going to do. I think I'll put one more or two more coats of clear on, and I might as well just use the clear up to make up for the too thinness of the base coat. We're just going to slather it in clear. I got one really bad run right there. You can see it. Otherwise, I got a run up here that wasn't even in the paint. That was in that filler primer, because I kind of dug out the rust there. I didn't really sand it smooth or Bondo, but I dug the rust out, and then I rust prepped it, and then I put like a filler primer over top of it, and it the filler primer kind of ran because I was trying to, you know, fill a little too much with it. This doesn't look that great. I sanded off the really rough spots, but the whole thing is banged up, so. But a lot of that will be covered with the handle. And then I put the emblems on with some 3M adhesive. I had it on a surface, sprayed the backs of them and threw them on. And then I cleared over them because the emblems are kind of peeling in iffy shapes, so I'd rather clear over top of that. That's my thought process anyway. So I'm going to let that go. Oh, there's a little bit of a run there, I just noticed. So I'm going to let that dry for 10-15 minutes and then throw another coat of clear on it. And then, you know, wait 10 more minutes and throw another clear coat on it. And then that'll be it. And I'll pull this off and it'll be what it is. It's, hey, at least it's kind of close. It's not gray anymore. So I'm happy with that. So perfect. Well, there's the final product here. I got all the tape off and got the wiper back on. I mangled the handle on there, and look at this. Yeah, it works. The shocks aren't that good. They'll hold up, but they don't pull up so well. But yeah, it was because of the, so there's the way this goes. There's a bolt here, or a stud and a nut, and then it has a lip here that catches the metal. Had to get the metal just right and kind of tap it on to get it to set, and then snug it up, and it's good. I got the arm for the latch. I don't have the lock set in place or anything, or the power lock, but I got the latch so I can open it now. But it's not terrible. It's not great. I'll wait till the paint settles to touch there, or like sets up tonight, but it's dry to the touch. But I'm not gonna obviously put too many fingerprints on it. When it dries, I'm gonna take a razor blade to this and, you know, hit all this, but I don't want to like get it on the paint. But the paint's dry, so it should be fine. I'll attack these two one of these days, but hey, that's not bad. It looks pretty okay. It's actually, it looked pretty light at first, but now it's it actually darkened up. It's darker, but that's because this clear coat's shot right here. Yeah, but you're never gonna get a good match, especially the vehicle that's sat like this the way it is. But no, it looks pretty good. It's red, it's the same color, and it's not rusty, and it opens and shuts. So what more can I ask for? So I think that'll, I don't know where this will go. It'll probably get stuck in the middle of the interior work, which won't resume until next year. So that's the last bit of work on the Durango for this year. Well, next morning after the paint job, it turned out really well. Obviously, it could use a, you know, a polish, but it ain't gonna get that. Took it down the road here, drove it, you know, just do a lap. Transmission shifts good as usual, runs good.